Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today is day 42, season 2, so that's video. And just before we start, as of this week, the Model Farm videos will be once a week. The reason I did 2 last week and 2 this week is because basically because obviously I'm not too in the knowledge with farming. I have to somewhat come up with my ideas, and then when I come up with them I tend to film it straight away so I don't forget it, because if I leave it for a couple of days I'll forget, and then I won't know what's happening for the Model Farm videos. So I've had a bunch of ideas, hence why there's been 2 videos last week, 2 videos this week, which also means the Model Farm, this series, will end earlier, meaning I might be able to get the new Model Farm video out earlier and start earlier. I'm hoping I can get the first episode out on the first week of January and not the second week like I normally do, hence why I'm trying to finish it early, and then I can sort of get straight into it again, and not have to worry about, you know, sort of coming out new year and being like, oh, I still need to finish the Model Farm, whatever. So I've managed to get myself an early start, and then yeah, hopefully I get the videos out for you. Starting off down here, got the 2 Land Rovers, get a trailer, and Farmers for Nice 200, marked up as usual. In the shed, literally nothing different. The Keenan is going to come out at some point, I believe, because she's going to obviously need to be checked over before the farmer uses it, and obviously the roller and the little trailer there will have to obviously be moved at some point to somewhere in the yard that's not the shed, as they're going to need to make space for the cows. Mini digger, quad, ducks, and the ducklings there, and chickens and chicks knocking about. 7740 parked up. No, it's not the lorry parked up, but she is today. Sheep trailer there, just parked up, but she's not really used unless it's lambing, or we have to go and get the ram, because there's one ram, you know, you don't need the entire cat trailer for him. But whereas with the bull, you kind of do, because he's quite big. Yeah, she kind of just sits a lot of the year, but the farmer has said it's easier to have her, so hence why he still keeps it about. T6080 parked up in the shed. Don't think she's ever been in a shed, or not to my knowledge anyway. Lawnmower, trailer forager, mower, rake, wrapper, and brown baler. As you can see, there's quite a gap been made where the trail forager is. You can see there's, you can pull it quad there maybe, but the tractors can actually go a bit further back into the shed, because normally the front wheel and the whole of the bonnet would be sticking out, whereas if you look here, it's just the front wheel. So yeah. Somehow the trail forager has made it shorter somehow, I have no idea. Then we have Tom here in the 6616. The T6616, sorry, is out of the shed, which is a rare thing, and a rare thing is Tom's here. As obviously, as you know, he has his own farm, so he won't be here a lot. But Matt is, because he has a small holding. And he's just got pallet forks on there with the fert bag there, and he's just filling up the fert spreader. Then we have Farmer's Son in a different new one than he usually is, T6175. It's been a while since he's been in that. He does say he misses it, because that used to be the tractor he was in the most before 7740. And he's got the clean fert spreader, going to spread a bit of fert on the 2 fields that we've done silage on, just to get them growing, give them a boost before bad weather comes, although we've had a bit of it, but before winter. Fert bag there, bit of bags in the back of the shed. That's what the back of the shed looks like when it's empty. for once, because normally these three here and the fert bags are all sort of blocking the back wall, and everything's empty. It's been in a while. Tom sort of just abandoned his Land Rover there, but so is the muck grab. It's been abandoned there, so it doesn't really matter. The storage trailer will be coming out. Apparently the farmer's son, they was telling me he's got a bunch of jobs, so I think he's got 2 jobs that are like a couple of days, and then a couple of jobs that shouldn't take longer than a day, but obviously weather dependent can make some jobs longer, but they're not all. It's not like he has to be finished on one job and the next day he's on another. They're sort of spaced out, but he says he does enjoy being on the mini digger. Today on the part back up without part forks on, bale trailer there, size trailer. They're debating maybe putting that in the shed, but it doesn't really need to be in the shed really, because I know it can rust, but you know, the water just sits in it, whereas with a tractor it doesn't really sit. The dump trailer and the bale trailer, and even the flatbed trailer, it can just sort of sit there or drain off, whatever. But that's the thing with the size trailer, the door doesn't go all the way to the bottom, so it just drains off anyway, which also does make the sides wet. But yeah, so she doesn't really need to be in the shed that much. It wouldn't do any harm though. Take the telehandler out or something, and the bucket could go in the shed as well. The bailifter could also go, but like I said, doesn't really need to. The bale sort of protects it. Flatbed trailer will be coming out. The Marshall muck spreader, apparently she's got some new tyres on her. I can't notice anything, but they do look very shiny, I'll tell you that much. Bale spikes and the usual stuff, just parked up here, just as it usually is really. The sheep, knock about in the field, same with the cows. Obviously the cows will be coming in, well, the farmer says November, but he says he doesn't really know, because obviously the weather's changing quite quickly. Like we're a couple of days into September, and I don't think it's actually been that sunny. It's rained quite a bit here. It's not necessarily been cold, it's just a bit on and off, so he doesn't really know. But if it gets to the point that the cows are leaving dents in the grass from when it rains, he said he will bring them in. But if the field can recover from it after the rain, then it's fine. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So they might be going in earlier. He says he's going to open up the gate, which he's never done. The sheep haven't even touched this field, and neither of the cows touched that. Although they did one year when they broke out. The cows broke the fence, so the sheep came in this field, some of them, and the cows were in that field. But yeah, he's never opened the gate or mixed them ever. Well, not these lot. Well, he hasn't been in a while. He said it's been like pre-lockdown, or maybe lockdown when he last did it. So yeah, they're just in their own fields for now. I'm also surprised that bathtub hasn't blown away in the wind, because with the amount of strong wind we've had in this area, I'm surprised it's still there. It's been there for, I don't know, 2 years. So then here we have a lovely Massey, a 6290, with a little fert spreader on the back. Also fertilising some grass, I imagine, that he's potentially cut. Straight pipe as well, and he's got a Massey window sticker. See there? So personally I prefer this. I'd say it's my number 1, maybe number 2 favourite in the area. But 6290, not a bad Massey. Looks restored, because it's looking very shiny and brand new. Rims are polished up, brand new tyres. Maybe, I think it's recently had a respray, because I believe it's the only 6290 in the area, and I heard that the 6290 was being restored, or one of the Masseys was. I'm pretty sure it was a 6290, so probably is this. Yeah, it looks a bit unusual. with the grey roof and not a sort of silver roof, like the older, newer Massies are. Sorry, but obviously this is an older Massie. So, and then you can see we've got a New Holland LM742 down there. Quite muddy, to be honest. We need to wash. And he's got an origin fert bag on, following the 6290, I imagine. And then here we have the main man himself, the farmer, in the 6920S. On the spare Edgecutter, which is a bit of a different tractor to what the Edgecutter is normally on. She's normally on the either the New Holland, or I think she has been on the 7740 before. But yeah, normally the New Holland is the go-to tractor. But yeah, she's on the 6920S. So he's doing along here until, well, basically the boundaries of his field. So he's done the inside of the fields on the hedges. So now he just needs to go over the top and do that side on the road side of the hedges until his field stops, and that's what he has to do. The council should be doing this entire road, but they don't for some reason. So yeah, I imagine it's going to be quite a tight squeeze for the 6920S, and then I imagine he's had to sort of pull in close to the hedge and let him pass, which is, I imagine, what he did to 6290. But next it'll be the hedges at the farm. So they started off far, but sort of further away from the farm, and then they're working their way into the farm of the hedges. The other farm will do their hedges. They might ask if they can do them, but they tend to do their own with their own hedge cutter. So yeah, hope it does for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and bye.